Hi there, welcome back to Sage Creates. I'm Sage, and today it looks a little different around here. I'm in a different room than I normally film in. I've been in here before in previous videos, but things have moved around a lot. So let's get started talking about that a little bit and a bit about myself. So yeah. So to get started here, let's talk about the space a little bit. I actually am really in love with this setup, compared to everything that I've had before at least. And yeah, so my fiance and I went ahead and changed everything around in this room, which we call the hobby room, and our living room. And we we had to move a lot of furniture around and clean, but it was definitely well worth it. I think we have a lot more space. It looks a lot more like we actually live in the house instead of just congregate in one room and our bedroom kind of thing. We're actually out in the rest of the house now, so I'm really enjoying it. And currently I have set up the computer here, and I've got my sewing machine set up right next to it. And we've got all the craft supplies behind us, as well as games in the corner. As you can see, the very tall tower up here of games. Yeah, so really enjoying the space. I hope you guys like it too. I might change up the camera angles a little bit here and there, but if you notice my queer sign over here, I have had that for a while. I got it on clearance at Kohl's many years ago, actually, so I decided to put that up and I can get it in frame now, so yeah. So let's talk a little bit about me. I normally on this channel I do crafts and I talk about things in my daily life, but I don't necessarily talk about who I am behind the camera, I guess. So for those of you that are newer to my channel, hi, hello, welcome. I'm hoping to revamp my channel just a little bit, try to get more active with it, more interaction with hopefully a building community here that we've got going, and yeah, I'm happy to have you guys here. So a little bit about myself. My name is Sage. I am 27 years old. I was born on December 6th, so I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know a whole lot about horoscopes and stuff like that. I just know my sign, that's about it. So if that means anything to you, there you go. Things I like to do in my free time include crafting most of the time. I'm a very creative person. Things that I do include crochet and knitting are my big two ones. I've recently taken up sewing, so I do sewing as well. I can do embroidery and cross stitch, but those ones I haven't touched in a couple of years now. I have some projects going, but the cross stitch is probably the most recent one that I've done and the one that I've done the most out of those two, but I would definitely say I'm not fluent in those languages. Other things that I like to do are also creative hobbies, I guess. I like to read, I like to write, I journal a lot, actually. I've got, I think, 4 different journals. Technically one of them is a planner, but 4 different notebooks that I carry around at any given point in time when I've got a bag with me. So typically when I go to work, I'll take a bag with all of my journals and notebooks and things, and then I'll take another bag with my projects. And yeah, I have a lot of downtime at my job, and luckily my boss is kind enough to let me do things when we have slow periods of time, when I have downtime. So a lot of the time I'll be even just on the phone listening to voicemails and such, and I'll be crocheting on a project, which is why I get a lot of stuff done really fast, I would say, is because I'm constantly working on projects. For those, it includes stuff for ready to sell type items. I'm trying to make a small business, Sage Creates. So this isn't just a YouTube channel, it is a little bit of a business for me. I go to markets that are nearby to me, so I vend at markets. A lot of my stuff is ready to sell, ready-made type stuff, so I can take it to markets with me. I do also post that up on my website. Link will be down in the description below, as well as in my basic information on my profile here. But other than that, I do commissions a lot of the time. I have made quite a few really cool projects that I would say I am proud of. I'll go ahead and show you on this side a couple photos here. This first one is, I think, the first project that I ever did for like a commission piece like this. It is tapestry crochet one piece. My partner asked me to make him a hoodie and he wanted it to be one piece, so this is what I came up with. I took the graph and I designed it and everything myself based on an image that I took off the internet, a logo sort of thing from the show, and I made this. At some point, it came to the realization for both of us that he's never going to wear it. It's a bit too thick with the acrylic yarn, so I'm planning on actually taking it all apart, except for the graph on the back, because that's separate from the rest of it. It's all sewn together to that. So I'm going to take the rest of the hoodie apart, keep the tapestry, maybe do a couple rows around it for a border, and hang it up on the wall. I think he would really enjoy that a lot more, and it'll get a lot more use out of it. Currently, it's just in a trunk of projects that I don't currently wear or have a use for or anything like that. Things that I've made in the past that I still keep on to for sentimental reasons and to show the progress that I've made as a crafter. I've got knitting projects, crochet projects in there, mostly crochet, and it just kind of shows the journey of how far I've come as a crafter, as a fiber artist, and yeah. So that's kind of in there currently until I can get around to taking it apart and working on that as a project. The second one here is the Nightmare Before Christmas hoodie, or not hoodie, Nightmare Before Christmas cardigan that this was my first full commission that I did, that I got paid for and everything. They messaged me online after I had mentioned that I was doing commissions and everything and asked me to make a cardigan for them. So we ended up with the idea of doing Nightmare Before Christmas, and I did the granny squares separate, did the tapestry all by itself in one piece, and then I sewed everything together and did the ribbing. So that was, it took me quite a few months to do that, but I know I finished that as of December of 2024, I want to say, because I started doing Sage Crates in 2024, and this was the first commission I did that year. Yeah, so I finished it right before the new year, right around Christmas time actually, and delivered that to her. The second project that I have here was commissioned to me by the same person this year. It's been over a year since, and she had reached out to me and said, hey, can you make me another cardigan? Very similar in style sort of thing, with the graph on the back and the detail that goes into it, but she ended up wanting it to be more flowy, and we came to the color scheme of of blue and purple, because those are her favorite colors. So this is what we ended up with. It is what I'm calling the bookish cardigan. The back of it has the tapestry crochet piece on the spine, and it's a bookshelf. I debated, I knew I was going to put pockets on this thing, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the pockets. The design I went to was a bit simpler, mainly because I had made her wait quite a while to allow me to finish this piece, and I didn't want her to have to wait even longer for me to design the pocket pieces. The alternative design to what I did here was to do tapestry crochet books for the pockets and put those on it instead of just the colored pockets here. But I do like it a lot because it allows the color to really show through in this garment. And then this one, especially compared to the other two, it's that hexie cardigan design that it allows it to be more flowy, especially after I steamed it. I steam blocked it, so that way it could be one that's worn pretty much any time of the year, especially if you're at night and it's chilly out, or in your house and you have the AC on, sort of thing. If it's winter, fall, spring, all the seasons, you can wear it anytime, compared to the Nightmare Before Christmas one. You kind of have to wear that one in the winter because it is that 100% acrylic yarn, and the granny squares are not see-through. It doesn't have the clusters, it just has the double crochets around it, so a lot less breathability, but definitely cozy nonetheless. Those are three that are the really big ones that I've done over the course of the past 2 years, and I'm definitely really proud of how they have come out. Another thing you may not know about me is I am engaged. I got engaged in July of last year to my fiance Liam. We've been living together for a while. We've been together for over 3 years now, and we have the wedding planned for this year in October. It's going to be on the 31st actually, so it happened to fall on a Saturday this year, and we are both Halloween lovers. So we are planning a wedding this year. That's why I've been a little preoccupied with other things. We're planning it all, just the two of us, and yeah. That's part of the reason why I'm not doing as many markets this year either. I only have one planned, and it's for Pride. I did the Pride Fest last year, I believe. It was the first year that they had ever done it, so I wanted to be a part of that for their newer thing. It's in a smaller town near me, but they planned it again this year, and I wanted to go ahead and vend at that as well. So that's the one market that I'm planning to do this year, because the rest of my time is going to be dedicated to hopefully making some of my wedding attire. I am not 100% sure, so I'm not going to share any details here yet, but I am planning on making at least one item of my clothing and one item of Liam's as well, as long as I can get them to turn out okay. So I soon actually need to go ahead and get the yarn for that so I can get started on mine, and get the fabric for his so I can get started on that. Yeah. Other than that, some things you may not know about me. I do have a part-time to full-time job working at a psychiatry office. I don't do a whole lot other than crafting. It takes up a lot of my time. I do like to read a lot. I listen to audiobooks actually. Other than that, I watch movies and TV shows on occasion when I find something that sparks my fancy. I do play games on occasion. My very favorite game of all time is Stardew Valley. That's one that I own on the Xbox. I bought it on the Switch because I wanted it to be mobile when I got my Switch, and then I also purchased it on PC when it came out with an update that wasn't available quite yet on the others. I decided to buy it for my computer as well so that I could play the update before it came out on the consoles. So that one is definitely a favorite of mine. At some point I will get a tattoo from the game. I'm not sure yet if I want it to be like a Junimo, if I want to get, you know, like those starfruit or something. I haven't decided yet, but if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments down below for me. But yeah, that's about all I can think of currently. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below if you would like. If you have made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you for getting to know me. It means a lot. And if you have gotten this far, leave a comment down below about yourself. Let me get to know you guys. Yeah, so if you would like to subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can see more content of mine. If you liked this video, hit the like button. And I will see you. Sorry, I'm starting to choke up here. I will see you in the next video. Bye.